Hey everyone, here we have our Still SR450 backpack mist blower, or fogger if you want to call it that. These things are known to develop some leaks over time. What I want to do right here is run you through a couple of the spots where it most commonly leaks. What I'm going to do right now, we'll just start at the top and work our way down. Right at the top obviously is going to be our cap. There is a gasket on the inside there. It can get dry rotted over time, so usually what I'll take with that is a little bit of dielectric grease, and we'll spread that on that gasket. And what that does is it keeps it from dry rotting, and it also swells up that gasket just enough where it makes a little bit better of a seal. We'll just move that all around and get that spread out evenly. So inside of the tank, there's also a hose. Pull this right down here. It connects this ring right here, obviously, to the bottom there. It can come popped off the bottom once in a while, and when it does that, it'll fill up your spray tube, and it'll just come gushing right out. That's a pretty obvious one because it does leak out very quickly. It's a very simple fix. You just get your hand in there and put the hose back on that. Then it's got a clamp on there, so if it popped off, and that clamp probably loosened up, so you're going to want to tighten it up a little bit. So after that, I'll put this back together. And this part here is the most common part that leaks. There's a gasket in between the tank and the body, and whenever it gets tipped over or shooken around too much, it'll start leaking. It'll leak here, it'll leak on the inside. Pretty simple fix. You're going to want to make sure that the tank is empty, or else you're going to make a mess. Then it's got these two clips on either side. You just squeeze these together and pull this out, and it comes up and over. Same thing on this side. And then you just lift up on your tank. Now the gasket I'm talking about is on this side right here.
And if it's not obvious, you don't want to do this with a full tank of water.
And this gasket's actually on backwards, so this one could have potentially leaked. So we're going to take this one out, we're going to discard it. Actually, it looks like somebody glued this one in. And there's also a piece of paper in here. So you want to take both of those out, discard those. Take a rag and clean this up a little bit. We're going to take a new piece of paper, lay it down in there. And our new gasket. But we're going to do the same thing with this that we did with the top. We're going to put a little bit of dielectric grease on it. We'll just do the edge there and kind of move it all around.
And so you put it in flat side sticking out?
Flat side sticking out.
So just to clarify, this side, it's got a little rib on it, goes down first, your flat side, like this, sticks out towards you.
Alright, then when you put it back on, you want to make sure that the open end goes down into this closed piece. And if you look on the back side of that, you should see the hose where the water flows coming down off of there. So you want to make sure that that open end sits on that side. Set that right down, and then just clamp it down. Other spots where this backpack could potentially leak, we'll spin it around here. Obviously these hoses can get their fair share of wear and tear, so you can get pinholes in there. The ball valve, they can crack down the middle and leak there. Other than that, as far as leaks go, I've pretty much covered everything. The one other important part that you want to check every once in a while is going to be your nozzle here. You want to twist it and pull it out, and if you see all these holes in here, that's what adjusts your flow. Over time, you'll get your chemical, your bisect or your Talstar. It will build up on there, so you want to pull that out every once in a while and make sure that that's you know, free of any debris or built up chemical, and then just push it back in. And that's pretty much it for the water system on this. One other thing I do want to go over is how to clean the exhaust screen on this machine. It's very common. What you'll notice is while the machine's running, you'll hit the throttle and it'll bog down and it won't rev up as quick as you'd like. Now, typically what happens is it gets full of carbon. So it's got two star bit screws here. Loosen those up.